Farewell starting soon song. Hello microphone. Hello everyone. And good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Monday. I don't know where I just summoned that well of energy to say hello so enthusiastically because my god, I am just absolutely bone tired today. Like, you don't even know. I'm exhausted. But I'm gonna give it my ding-dang best to give y'all a good stream and to kick off Pride Month with some prideful, if prideful is the word I'm looking for, artwork. First of all, let me say hi to chat. Let me say hello to the people hanging out in chat. Hello, SB. Thank you so much, SB, for 3 stream steak. I hope you enjoy your lovely steaks. I hope that they are cooked to your liking and accompanied with any accoutrements that you might like. Perhaps an herbaceous compound butter or oh, what is it? They do like a peppercorn sauce. I don't know. That's French, I think. Like steak au poivre. What else would you put with a steak? I don't know. Ketchup. Ketchup, maybe. Anyways, turn up high, welcome in. Thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you have a lovely, lovely lurk. And hello to everybody else who's hanging out at the moment. This is a very poorly composed screen. Oh, shoot. I'm never 100% sure because what I see in like my camera's screen is not exactly what we see. We see like a cropped version of it because it's the software I use to broadcast this to the computer is free. So there's a little watermarky logo-y thing at the bottom, and I don't want you to have to see that, so I had to kind of pull the view in a little bit tight, which is good because you get a better close-up of the artwork. And also I know that sometimes if I try and move the camera closer, you then get like a shadow of the camera itself appearing in which is not great either. So anyways, this is the best of all possible worlds as far as I have in terms of a camera setup at the moment. But this is kind of inspired by a little terrible drawing time piece that I did a little while ago of like Terry sort of marching along holding a banner.
Attention!
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Shoppers.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that legit scared the hell out of me! Oh my god, Fox, hello! Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hello everyone, welcome in. How's it going? Hello Fox. Hello Angel Beat. Hello Sen. Welcome friends. Fox, how is the rest of your stream? How is the Nuzlocke going? Are you nuzzing those locks? I assume that's what you do in a Nuzlocke. I've never played one though. I understand there's a lot of possible Pokemon death. I don't know. Anyways, Meredith, hello, welcome in. Little Birdie, hello. It's lovely to see y'all and welcome. Fox says, we're nuzzing so many locks. That's amazing. I love to see it. As always, there is an optional art tax on stream. If there's anything that you would like to share artistically wise, I would very much love to share it with the class. You can whisper me a link in the usual place if you would like to. Otherwise, hello everyone. For anyone who's new here, hi. I'm not normally, I was going to say I'm not normally this skittish, but to be perfectly honest, I am normally this skittish. But my name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I remember what my name is. I stream art streams on Mondays and most Thursdays, and cozy game streams on Fridays, and occasionally instead on a Thursday if I'm feeling extra crispy. I'm feeling extra crispy this week, so Thursday we're going to be playing some Fields of Mystery, and I'm very looking forward to it because, you know, it's Pride Month, and if I can't play a chaotic by farmer on Pride Month, like when can I? Anyways, so that'll be fun. Anywho, we had some close calls but no deaths today. Yay, congratulations! Very glad to hear it. You don't want me to share Beatrix? Are you sure? Are you sure? You posted that in my Discord, yes? Because if so, I can point people to the Discord. Yes, okay. Well, if anyone wants to see this, I don't know, possibly TOS, I suppose. But we do have a Discord. It's an adult place for grown-ups, just like this stream. But if you would like to see Fox is genuinely amazing. I got such a kick out of it. As soon as I saw it, I said to my moderator / spouse, I was like, did you see Fox's art in the Discord? And he was like, no. And I was like, 1 second. And I brought it over and I showed him their artwork. And he was like, and loved it very much. So, good job. We love it. Anyways, if you're not following Fox, you should go do that because they are a wonderful, delightful, fantastic goblin and an incredibly cool person who I am very glad to have the acquaintance of. It is amazing, says Angel Beat, right? Right? It's excellent. Anyways, for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm a traditional artist. I do mostly like watercolors and other similar wet media. We're doing a painting of our good friend of the channel, Terry the Forg Mage here, who is a little frog adjacent creature, who just likes to go on little adventures and hang out in his little cottage in the enchanted forest and do gentle magic and stuff. And because it's Pride Month, he's carrying a pride banner. Wish me luck on making sure that there's enough space along the length of this banner to make sure that I can actually get all of the colors in. Like, good luck me, because I haven't always been super good at getting the stripes all the right thickness, but I think we can do it. Acquaintance. I send you memes on Instagram. It's more than that. I know. We are very good friends. Are we? I think we're very good friends. Do you think we're very good friends? I don't want to speak on your behalf. And sometimes I think that I'm friends with people and it turns out that they don't actually like me that much. So I think we are. Okay, yay. We are very good friends. Great news, everyone. Fox is my friend. I'm so happy. Yay! Anyways, that's awesome. I'll have more cursed Pokemon art in the future, says Fox. Ooh, something to look forward to. It's been my days off, so I've been... Nice. So my days off, so I've been busy trying to do more streaming. I have very much been enjoying it. Mostly lurking in the bushes, because I'm, unfortunately have to have a normal job sometimes. So technically I'm, like, filling in spreadsheets and, reading, like, research proposals. And I am, very, very seriously. But also lurking in people's streams. I just dropped a tablet that I was about to take. I have some tablets I'm about to take, and I just dropped one on the floor. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. It's unfortunately a very similar color to our carpet, so I was afraid that it was going to blend in. If I send memes on a regular basis, it's a high chance I consider you a friend, says Fox. Aw, you know what? That is a love language I appreciate because I love those memes. Anyways, I'm going to take a couple tablets. One moment, please. Should I have taken these before stream? Yes. But, you know what I say to that? Ha ha ha! Anyways, my beverage today is Perfect Passion from Whole Foods. Mostly tastes like orange juice with a hint of mango. It's nice. Anyways, Fox says, glad I can keep you entertained with screaming about Pokemon while you fill out spreadsheets. Especially someone who also fills out spreadsheets for the job. Good old spreadsheets, even when I send you petty help, which is also, by the way, everyone in the Discord. Please heed the warnings that it is uncanny and don't look at it right before going to bed. This is a wholesome stream for wholesome experiences and wholesome content, but I can't help it if things occasionally get cursed. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, I should probably show you what my art looks like when it's done for anyone who's not regularly present. Do I have any artwork that... All of my recent artwork is Hollow Knight related on account of because that's what I've been doing for the past month. The entire month of May was Hollow Knight Art Month. A list of 31 art prompts relating to the game Hollow Knight, and I was very happy to participate because I like Hollow Knight and I like doing Hollow Knight art. It's a nice change to the usual kind of stuff that I do. So here's one of those. Hopefully. Yeah, here's one of those. This is obviously Hornet from Hollow Knight riding the TTC in Toronto, which is a very normal thing to draw. So, yeah, I don't know, that's a vibe. I draw a lot of soft things, a lot of queer things, a lot of soft queer things, like we're doing today, because it's Pride Month. And I wanted to kick it off with, Some prideful flag waving, damn it. So, yes, anyways. Sorry, my airways are not working correctly at the moment, so if I sound like I can't breathe, it's because I can't, but that's okay. I'm okay. Anyways, cursed Hitmonlee. Aw. Good old Hitmonlee. And cursedness. I am not immune to an enjoyment of the curse. Of course I'm not. Anyways. But yeah. For anyone who isn't familiar with Terry, this is Terry. He is a Forg, which is like a frog. But not quite a frog. But frog adjacent. He's a little adventurer. He's very much a little guy. He lives in a little cottage, in the Enchanted Forest, as you do. And, he's the best little dude that ever there was. So we're gonna paint him carrying a pride banner, because I wanted to do something that didn't require a whole bunch of brain, because I just did 31 paintings in 31 days. Shoot! Heck! Oh my god, Fox, I didn't give you a proper shout out.
Attention,
Twitch user Sammy Kelsh.
shoppers.
I'm bang on time. Everyone, including everyone who's just come in on Sammy Ann's raid. Also go follow Fox, who also gave us a raid up top. Hi. Also, have a lovely decompression session, Fox, and thank you again. And hello, Sammy Ann, and hello, Raiders. Welcome on in. Hello. How was your stream? What'd you get up to today? It's lovely to see you. I was lurking in Sammy Ann's stream earlier. Sammy Ann is having an affiliate-versary this month, and we are very glad that you are here on Twitch and doing streams and hanging out with us sometimes, and very proud of you for having been affiliate for 3 whole years. Congrats! Hell yeah! So hello, Sammy Ann. Hello, Kindred. Hello, Raiders. It's lovely to see y'all. I shall do my introductory spiel again. Hello. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsh. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams every Monday and most Thursdays, and I do cozy game streams on Fridays and every once in a while on a Thursday as well if I'm feeling extra crispy, which I am this week because I am art fried. So we're going to play Fields of Mystria, and it's going to get hopefully really, really by because it's Pride Month. And all of the NPCs in this game are their character art is ridiculously hot. Anyways, I am not normally a thirsty person, but my farmer is. Anywho, but enough about that. How was your stream? I would say what I got up to, but these folks kept me busy with origami stars and hanging up the dragons for my event this month, and I love that for you. I love that for you. It was very fun to be present for part of it, for sure. And I hope that the rest of your month goes amazingly. I will be probably hiding in the bushes for a lot of it. Anyways, that is gonna be fun. I hope so. Anywho, as always, art tax optional stream here. If there's anything that you would like to share with the class, we would love to look at it. And for anyone who's not familiar with my work, I just came off of a month of doing 31 by days of Hollow Knight artwork, so I can show you one of those, I suppose. Joe, thank you very much for the lurk. I hope you have a lovely lurk. And yeah, so we're just doing some very, very gentle, low stakes intro to Pride Month artwork today. That I hope people like. Okay, I'm going to show y'all this piece because honestly, I'm really happy with the way that she turned out. She's an interesting creature. I don't need to go into the lore, but this is divine. And I feel like she's somewhat seasonally appropriate for the month because I feel like she does have a bit of a drag queen vibe. Her name is Divine, and look at those eyelashes. She's fabulous. And I love her, even though, oh my gosh, she's so creepy. She's so creepy, but I adore her. She's amazing. Her character design is just, it's beautiful. Anyways, this is one of my Hollow Knight fans' favorites, says Sammy. Thank you, Hollow Knight fan. Thank you, I appreciate it very much indeed. And we're gonna go creep on Sammy Ann's Instagram. I don't know if it counts as creeping on your Instagram if you specifically given me like express consent to go do so. But I keep calling it that. I don't know why. Okay, here's what I want to I've been feeling creep away with consent. Yay! January Blitz says, Sammy, I have so much paperwork today, so I get to watch your stream while doing it. Hooray, it's Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful time doing your paperwork. I hope it all goes well. And thank you. We're going to have a look at some Sammy Ann art. And specifically, I've been feeling very, I've been missing Canada a lot lately. I don't know why. I think it's the time of year. Because this time last year, I was just coming back home here from Canada. So I think I've been feeling that in my bones weirdly. So I just wanted to show you all this goose because I love this goose. This is Sammy Ann's goose, and it's amazing. All of the lovely little Canadian motifs happening in here are absolutely delightful. Just the rivers of maple syrup flowing around the border here. It's just I love it so much. Absolutely beautiful. And the hockey pucks, I mean, listen, sometimes things are stereotypes for a reason, okay? We have ornery geese, we produce excellent maple syrup, and my god, a large number of people in that country love hockey. I never got it myself, but yeah, anyways, Sammy Ann also does a lot of really wonderful sort of like fantasy artworks of dragons and that kind of thing. Like this absolutely, look at this. Oh, I want to read a whole book about this creature. I really do. Just putting out there. I'd read that book. She is stunning. Stunning! The use of like color and light and contrast, and it's just so cozy. It's so cozy. I love it so much. Anyways, thank you again. I am a hockey fan enough for both of us, says Sammy Ann. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very much I do. Yay, I'm once again exempt from having to understand sports. Embarrassingly, I think the sport that I have, like, sat and watched with the most rapt attention of any sport in the last, 10 years was probably when my spouse and I were in a hotel in Manchester. We were there for Warhammer Fest, and it was coincidentally also his birthday, so we made a nice little weekend journey of it. And there was nothing on TV in the evening except a snooker tournament, and I sat and watched that snooker tournament. I don't know what got into me, but I was like, okay, I'm starting to understand this game. I still don't understand that game. I do not understand it at all. But I felt like I was starting to understand that game. You know, sort of like the man hits the ball. They absolutely contort themselves over the table to try and get the right shot. It's hilarious. And it's also deeply boring. But they all wear these nice little fancy dress waistcoats and stuff. I don't understand it, but I was just transfixed. Maybe because there wasn't anything better on TV. I don't know. I was in a hotel this weekend, and I was very blessed that at the very least there were things on TV for portions of it. I got to watch an episode of Poirot that I didn't remember, so that was fun. I watched a whole bunch of Nigel Slater cooking shows that they just apparently run 5-hour blocks of. I don't know. He's making a roasted rhubarb tart. I want to do that now. It's yum. Sammy Ann is probably the only sport I know well. Otherwise, yay, sports team! Go team! I remember one time there was a someone I was mutuals with on Twitter had made a post about I think their preferred women's football team had lost. That's that's the rest of the world football, not North American football. Just for clarity. But I think it was, or was it rugby? It was either football or rugby. I don't remember. Anyways, their preferred women's football or rugby team had lost, and they were expressing commiserations, but well done team, y'all are amazing and you should be very proud. And I commented something they should regardless, they should be very proud to place second. That's huge. And as long as everyone, did their best and had a good time, that's the most important thing. And someone got mad at me because they thought They thought I was being sarcastic, and I'm like, why would I? But like, why would I be sarcastic about that? Do you think people just go on the internet and be mean about things? Do you think people would do, like, why would you do that? I'm like, no. And I just replied, and I'm like, I'm so sorry if you misunderstood my tone. I genuinely think that, like, the fact that they did that well is something to be very, very proud of. And that they should feel good about what they achieved, you know? Then that person apologized for assuming that I had been, like, being mean. We became Twitter mutuals. And then at some point she just started posting a lot about cryptocurrency, and I don't know if that it turns out that she was just a crypto bro all along who also happened to be, like, a rugby enjoyer or a football enjoyer. I don't know. And then I unfollowed because I don't know whether or not her account was hacked or she was just a crypto bro, but I don't want to be friends with a crypto bro because ew. Anyways, I don't know what the point of that story was. That's literally just, not every story has a satisfying beginning, middle, and end. Sometimes a story is just a sequence of things that happen to you. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, I'm gonna take another sip of my beverage because I'm really thirsty. Juice. Delightful. I'm also going to fill up my water cup. That is always how my stories go, says Sammy. I think that's how most stories go. You know? That's why there is an art to crafting a narrative. Because most real life narratives are just like, yeah, this thing happened and then this thing happened and then this thing happened. Okay. The end, I guess. And then I got on with my day. So it goes. Anyways, Sammy Ann wants an affirmation, and Joe's here. Happy Pride, Joe. Welcome in. I'm gonna grab my paints real quick, and then I will get an affirmation for Sammy Ann. 1 minute. Where is my paint? Where is my paint? Here is my paint. Here is my paint. Hello. I don't know why that was a song. I was feeling very tired all day, so obviously as soon as I hit the go live button, I'm feeling extremely hyperactive. I feel like there's a good representation of colors here that I should be able to squeeze some pride flag action out of, is my aim. So these are the paints that we're going to use today, because I like these paints. They're good. Anyways, we want an affirmation for Sammy Ann. So I love this song. Says to stream make me hyperactive too. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like you're talking to people, switches on, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Not that you're going blah blah blah. I'm the one going blah blah blah. You're the one saying like coherent human things because Joe is smart and Joe is cool. And Joe streams as well, if you didn't know, which you probably did.
Attention.
Twitch user
Jam!
Sammy Kelch.
Choppers.
Hello, Jam. Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. Happy Pride, everybody. We were just about to do an affirmation, so you're bang on time. Hello. How is everybody? Welcome on in. Jam, what'd you get up to today? How was your stream? It's lovely to see you and welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how is everybody? It's Pride Month, so I'm doing... This is eventually going to be a Pride flag banner that Terry is waving. Not that you can tell because I haven't colored it in yet, but that's what we're doing today. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And hello to... No, camera. Camera is threatening to be a little so-and-so, but no, don't you do that. Anywho, hello, Jam. Hello, Kirsty. Welcome in. Hello, Casa. Hello, hello, hello. Tals, hello. Hello, Elgato. Ah, jeez. Jam's stream was good. Worked my brain doing a complex study. Nice. Glad to hear it. Let's get a shout out for Jam in the chat. If you're not familiar with the lovely James Vivera, you should go give him a follow. You can do that right there. He's a wonderful person and very fun to hang out with on stream as well, and does amazing, amazing artworks. And this is a Forg. You guessed correctly, Maggie. Good job. This is our friend. This is friend of the channel, Terry, for anyone who isn't familiar. Anyways, as for me, I should introduce myself as well in case there's any new people here. Hello, my name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and sometimes on Thursdays as well if I'm feeling extra spicy. And I happen to be feeling extra spicy this week. The thing about this week is I'm tired. And it's Pride Month, so damn it, I'm gonna play Fields of Mystria and just be a very bisexual farmer, as you do. Anywho, as for me, I am a how shall I say, a traditional artist, I guess, working primarily in, you know, watercolors and the like. Sometimes a bit of gouache if I'm feeling extra gouache, and so sometimes a nice little printy type deal. But today I'm just gonna do a nice gentle little watercolor, because I don't know about y'all, but I did Hollow Knight Art Month, and that was 31 days worth of art prompts to paint, and that was a lot for me. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, if you're not following Jam, go do it. And how the heck is everybody? How are your weekends? How are your Mondays going? What have you been up to? I'd love to hear all about it. It's lovely to see you all. And hi. If you're not familiar with what my artwork looks like when it's done, let me see if I can find something that's done. I'm gonna, you know, you get to look at this piece because it's just deeply silly. Hold up. This Kirsty says, Sammy, you did so amazing for Holiday Art Month. Holy moly. I basically just, Kirsty, thank you so much for being the maker of the prompt list and putting this whole thing together, by the way. If you don't know, Kirsty Arts over in the chat is the doer of the Hollow Knight Art Month, the inventor of it, and should feel very proud of this whole thing. It's amazing and so fun, and I had such a lovely time doing it. Again, this is Hornet Poppins, because of that one stupid sprite of Hornet that I just love so much. Where her poncho looks like a brolly that you could like float around on, just like Poppins. So I took that as an opportunity to just have her like floating over the City of Tears. Somewhere off in the distance is Dick Van Dyke saying, you know, like, goodbye, Hornet. Don't stay away too long. Just exactly like that, which is an extremely accurate Cockney accent. Anyways, the Hornet Poppins is too adorable. I nearly died. Please don't die, Kirsty. Please do not die. Jam says Hornet Poppins is incredible. Poncho supremacy. I love her poncho. I really do. I wish I had a poncho that cool. Anyways, Jam also did art for Hollow Knight Art Month, and I'm gonna make you look at it because Jam rated us, and because of that, we get to look at Jam's art. This is the Fluke Hermit, which is an interesting character, and also I love this piece. It's so, I love the art style that Jam did for has been doing for Hollow Knight Art Month. It's so atmospheric. Look at this. Look, oh, this really highlights just how tiny the little guy is as well. Off to sell some relics to Lem. I love this piece. I love all of these, honestly. They're so stinking good. They're so stinking good. They're so good. They're so good. Hera looks so peaceful, having a nice nap. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard about the lore. You'll get sad. Anyways, Jam's art is amazing. I have finished them all. It's just not posted yet. Oh my goodness. I am excited. I can't wait to see more of all of them. That's very exciting indeed. Anyways, thank you again for the raid, Jam. And everyone, go follow Jam. Go do all of the things, please and thank you. Yeah. Jam is fun and a good time to hang out with on stream. Oi, Lina, welcome in. How's it going? And oi, Savalois to you. Hope you are having a beautiful day. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm so, y'all, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm extremely tired. I had a very busy weekend. Jam crunched over the weekend. I hope that you've given yourself adequate time to rest subsequently, but I cannot wait to see the results of your crunch. I'm sure they will be amazing. Just before the raid, we had a request for an affirmation from Sammy Ann. And so I decided to pick up this affirmation deck because it was the one on the top of my little 2-deck stack of affirmation cards. I've been thinking of making a little affirmation deck just for us, for like with my own art as well. But this deck is cool. And I have it, and I think it's a nice thing to do on stream. Just a nice little opportunity to say some nice things and just meditate on some things that we should remember. You know, about like being kind to ourselves and stuff. Grub Daddy school run says, you know, terrible drawing time. Hell yeah. Okay. Sammy Ann says, I'm going to do the resting and post-stream stuff. I shall lurk after the affirmation poll. Well, in that case, Sammy Ann, this is for you. And then we'll do a terrible drawing time, apparently. Thank you for that, Lino. Aww. If you wanted, I could be family. Cute, 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 cute. Cute, 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 cute. Makes more sense if you've seen the pirate show, but I think also it's just a nice little thing to think on. Like, you know, family's nice. Sometimes friends are family, and that's nice too. I don't know. Treasure the people who are good to you and who you love, like a good family, like a delicious orange. That makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, found family is just as legit. Yes, exactly, Maggie. You get it. Thank you for wording better. My brain is literally porridge right now. Clap, says Jam. Thank you for the clap. I tried my best. What a fabulous affirmation. Oh my god, it's a perfect affirmation for Pride Month. You're right, Sammy Ann, because sometimes family is what you make for yourself. Exactly, you get it. Found families are valid. Found families are valid and so special and so important, and cherish those people and those relationships who love you as you deserve to be loved and who you love. That's good. Anyway. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in too. I completely missed the username because it went past and the text was too small and my eyes don't work very well. Yana Bamanara, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you. And I hope that you are having a beautiful Monday. Hello. The drawn blade gives it a low-key threatening energy. I'm here for it, says Lino. Hell yeah. Love that also. Anyways, I mean, yeah. I mean, knives are just cool, damn it. Anyways, a vibe for sure. 100% a pirate vibe. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's your affirmation. I hope you enjoy it, and I think it's a good one, especially as you say, like for Pride Month. It's perfect. Found families are special and good and important, and cherish that love. We have a terrible drawing to do. I'm so sorry. For anyone who isn't familiar with the concept of terrible drawing time, allow me to explain. For 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes on the clock to draw a character or concept if you are choosing from memory or sight unseen on the terrible drawing canvas. This is one of them. Here's what we... Oh, I knocked over my paint water, but it's okay. Oh no. I knocked over about a milliliter of paint water, so it's onto some dry desk surface. So that's honestly not so bad. Just blotting it up with a bit of tissue. Anyways, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. This is the terrible drawing canvas. Thus far in its current iteration, we have some incredibly blessed things and incredibly cursed things here so far. We have a not wanted poster of Zote from Hollow Knight. Just here we have just the most legally distinct from any video game bandicoots you may be familiar with as your therapist. I'm sorry. And every sheet is cursed by Esoteric Canadiana. Thank you, Lux! This is the Schneider's sign girl, pointing Lloyd Robertson, who is, in this case, a canon, at Tim Horton. As you do. Anyways, thank you for that, Lux. Also, hi. Not wanted, says Jam. Like, I'm right, though. Like, I'm right, so, you know. Also, I'm right. Anyways. I need to draw. Let me pop back to Grub. It was Grub Daddy School Run. How am I... That dad has so many grubs. How am I gonna... Oh, boy. Okay, well, let me see what I can do with Grub Daddy School Run. It might end up, very... How shall I say? Scribbly. But we'll do our best. Anyways, for anyone who's not familiar with my, terrible drawing oeuvre. I just want to pre-apologize for whatever horrors you're about to witness, but I'm going to try my best. There isn't, annoyingly, because of my camera setup at the moment, there isn't a ton of space for me to do this. I'm going to have to, I think, maybe move my Lego out of the way for a second, so I have a little bit more room here. That should do. Okay, so let me get 5 minutes on the clock. Let me pull up my timer. We've got our timer, 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. Now all I have to do is remember what the grub father and the many grubs look like. I'm sure this will be fine. It's not a problem. So, okay. Grub daddy is like... gonna make him roughly about this size, I guess. And... I don't... What does the rest of... I'm assuming the rest of his body looks like just one of the little grubbies, but like maybe... But like larger because he's a dad. But he's got the little like this shaped kind of mouthy thing. Like that, I think. And then he's got little like eyebrows. I don't know if I'm doing these correctly, but he's got like little eyebrows. Then he's got happy little dad eyes. There he is. It's Grub Daddy. For anyone who's not familiar with Hollow Knight and for some reason is still hanging out on the stream, I'm sorry. Could give him a little tail, and he's just going. He's just going, I think, and hopefully his little kitties are following in tow. How many arms does he have? I think it's like it would make sense if it was like 6. So I'm gonna have him have 6 arms, and then he's got like the little grub tummy is like kind of like that. Does it have little stripes? It's got little stripes now. Presumably like a grub with a dad bod. Is this a dad bod? I suppose any body that a dad has is a dad bod, right? Right? I don't know. Anyways, God, how many little grubbies am I gonna have to draw him like taking to school? God damn it. Okay, let me try. And they're gonna be real tittle, so I apologize if we get a little bit sort of slightly more minimal on details from here on out, because I've only got 5 minutes to do this, so I'm just gonna draw as many little grubs as I can and hope for the best. You know what? Here's the thing. It's just they're very early into school at this point, so they're quite lil. Do. Here's a cute little grubby. Do. Where's their little grub feet? Are they walking on their little grub feet? They are now. Because why not? This one's got a little rucksack on. This little grubby arms. Like so. There we go. And a little grubby tummy. Oh no, it's tiny, but it's kind of cute. I don't know, it's kind of cursed, but it's also kind of cute. Your mileage may vary. And then got another little grubby here. This one's wearing a hat. Because why not? This one can be wearing a hat. Oh boy, the face is really becoming increasingly undetailed as the drawings go on, but never mind. There we go, little feet. Also, let's go to school. Yay! It's so cursed. Oh no. Cursed plus cute. Cursed? I can't say it. It's cursed and cute. Okay, there might just be 3 little grubs who are on their way to school here, because I've got less than a minute left on the clock. So I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be able to do. Oh, this one needs a fun childlike school kid feature as well. What shall I give this little grubby? I know. This little grubby, for some reason, has been allowed a skateboard. This little grubby is a cool kid. Oh no. There's 10 seconds left. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do in 10 seconds. I think that's it. That's it. This is terrible drawing time. This is Grub Daddy taking his kids on the school run. He's got a real handful to look after. But you know, he's an amazing and attentive father to his gazillion children, and here's a few of them on their way to school. I hope. Lino, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. That was fun. We could take a look and see what the actual like grub family from Best 5K channel point redeem says. Oh, thank you, amazing, says Jam. Thank you, Jam. Thank you. I appreciate it. Grub Daddy, not to be confused with Scrub Daddy. Absolutely. Indeed, Casa. Indeed. I'm gonna see if I can find. Do not wash your dishes with Grub Daddy. Grub Father. I'm just gonna try and look up what the actual Grub Father from Hollow Knight looks like in the game. How did I do? Okay, I think I didn't get his face entirely perfectly, but I tried my best. I'm gonna try and pull up an image that isn't too spoilery of the game in case there's any. Why is that image so small? Oh my god. Can I get a slightly larger version of that image, please, so people can actually see it? Okay, this is from Reddit, but you should be able to see. You should be able to see. There they are. You can just about see Grub Father's up there, looking like I don't know how they did it, but like he looks like a dad. Maybe it's the eyebrows, but he definitely does look like a dad. And here he is with all of his little grub babies and their little grubby cubbies. Just being the ding-dang cutest, and that's the best picture that I could find that wasn't a spoiler for what happens when you rescue all the grubs, which you're just gonna have to find out for yourself because I don't want to spoil it for you. It's a voyage of discovery. Anyways. I'm going to take a sip of a beverage because I'm so thirsty. I'm such a thirsty little creature. Okay. Anywho, so that was Grub Daddy. This is me. Hello. And that juice, tastes like orange with a bit of mango, even though supposedly there's also passion fruit in it. Shrug. I don't know. It's from Whole Foods. Because I was at Whole Foods yesterday because I was in London. And Whole Foods is one of those weird, intimidating supermarkets that I don't go to very often because it scares me. But I was there on a flying visit because I had a gig Saturday night. I wasn't in the gig. I was attending the gig. So I came down for that, slept over, and then came home the next day. Was very sweaty and tired. And the gig was... Okay, I should start off by saying that the gig was good. But... I had a mildly weird time because I feel like I'm just not, I don't know, I haven't really been in the right, like, headspace for going places and doing things and, like, doing social with, peeps, and I did see some people there. And it was nice. I liked seeing them, you know, they're nice people, and I was happy to see them, but I don't know if I was the most fun person to be around because I was feeling very, like, anxious and shy, and, I am, believe it or not, from how much I yap on stream, I am actually a pretty shy little plum in real life a lot of the time. Especially in, like, any kind of vaguely, unfamiliar sort of environment or territory or that kind of thing. And that was very much the case, this weekend. Also, the gig came at the end of a very, steep walk, so, like, all of my muscles hurt, and it was incredibly hot. On Saturday, it was like 25, nominally 25 degrees, felt like a million, because it always feels like more when I'm, you know, in the city, in the big city, because it's a sweaty place to be. But the gig itself was good, but I think because already, like, I've not really been in like a headspace of like wanting to go do things, but I booked this ticket like 6 months ago, so obviously I was gonna regret it if I didn't go, but I also knew if I went that I would probably feel, I don't know, potentially not great. So I had a headache from the heat the entire time. I had to pee, despite the fact that I went for like a loo break at the interval. I spent a large portion of the like back half of the show needing to pee again. And also I was worried about the fact that I didn't know whether or not all of the trains of my journey back to my hotel would be running when I left, because I knew there was some like planned engineering works on one of the lines that I needed to take. It was fine. It turned out to be fine. But I spent like a good 45 minutes, I think, sitting there being like, these comedy jokes are really funny, but I'm really sad that I can't pull out my phone and check and make sure that like I don't have to make alternate travel arrangements to get where I need to go, because, you know, I don't like having to make sudden changes of plans. I'd like to be able to plan for this. So, you know, I was kind of stuck in my head, and I wasn't really able to just enjoy it as much as I hoped that I would be able to, but never mind. Had a nice time regardless. I went to a shop earlier and bought a whole bunch of Scandinavian pick and mix, so that's nice. I have a big bag of Scandinavian pick and mix, and friendos. There is a place that does gluten-free donuts. And they're quite good. I ate like 3 of them over the weekend. Expensive, yes, but good. Hello, Mesh. Thank you very much for the hydrate. Joe says, if you're ever stuck in London, just give me a bell. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We should have a hang at some point soon. We should have a hang at some point soon. I don't leave my house very often these days. And because of the unique way that my brain is funded, I'm like, if I'm going to someplace because I'm going to a gig, I don't want to like bother people with like, come hang out with me, and then you don't get to go to the gig, or you probably don't want to go to the gig anyways. But we should have a hang soon if you would like to. I would love that. Sippy gluten-free paint water. I'm not, to be fair, there's actually, no, I did put my paintbrush in this, didn't I? So there is paint in this. Shoot. Never mind. Anyways, yes, pulls, says Joe. Hell yeah. All right. I don't know. Give me a jingle off stream and we'll coordinate. Please and thank. Did you drink the paint water again? I'm not. No. You know what? I'm gonna drink this cold mint tea. That's what I'm gonna drink. Mesh says, flying back home today. America was very freedom. Glad to hear it was very freedom. Can't wait to come back home to socialist Europe and be oppressed again. Aw, geez, that's gonna be tough. Commiserations, Mesh. Commiserations. But gluten-free paint, probably. I assume that the paint is gluten-free. I hope the paint is gluten-free. I don't know if gluten impacts people, just like if it's potentially airborne, or like if it gets on you but you don't ingest it. I don't actually know. It'll suck to have free healthcare. Boo. Oh yeah, I hate that for you. Yikes. It's looking a little lower than it did earlier. Rumors of it being spilled are greatly exaggerated, says Lino. Yeah, no, we definitely didn't lose like a milliliter or 2 out of this to the desk. It's just, listen, it's really hot and humid in here. It just evaporated, that's all. It's just evaporating very rapidly. That's hard to say. I'm gonna not. Anyways, if you have airborne gluten, you've got bigger problems, says Lino. Genuinely, my brain is not working today. I poured my cold tea down my front today and my cup has a lid, says Joe. Oh no! I'm so sorry. Cassis says, curse the return to human rights, eh, Mesh? Oh no. Oh no. Such difficulty. I cannot imagine how difficult that must be for you. Anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, had my first ever Chick-fil-A, and the zesty buffalo sauce was so orange it looked like sports car paint! Oh my god! Oh my god. Shirley was not natural, but equally as surely it was delicious. Well, at least it was delicious. I'm glad to hear that. Oh my god. I've never had zesty buffalo sauce. I know... I have a vague idea of buffalo sauce as a concept. I did get from a major retailer of primarily frozen groceries. I did once get what were supposedly like vegan buffalo wings. But I thought that they were going to be like little, you know, basically like vegan chicken nuggies with like a little sachet of buffalo sauce. But no, they were like marinated in the buffalo sauce and then breaded. And then you just cooked them in the air fryer. And friends, they were weird and I did not like them. They were so salty. Anyways, it was more orange than the color orange. I don't know how they did it. Hold up. I think I know how they did it. And I don't know, again, I don't even know if it will show up correctly on camera, but I think I know what their secret ingredient was. And you're not gonna like it. 1 second. Hold pulls. I think they used this paint. This paint is so orange, it's orange +1. We named it Prang. This is... I ate that, says Mesh. Oh no! Iron brew color. It's so bright. The funny thing about this is the rest of the palette comparatively is quite like sort of soft and sedate, I would say. I'm trying to pick this back out of the thing. The rest of the palette is quite soft and sedate, I would say. And then you have just Prang is hanging out in here. This color is even brighter IRL than it is on screen. Like, it is even brighter than it is here. It hurts my eyes to... I'm taking it away because it hurts my eyes to look at. Anyways, yeah, so my guess is that they used Prang. They used the color Prang to make buffalo sauce. But I'm glad to hear that it was delicious at least. Orange Premium, says Mesh. Yep, Move over C++. Says a new programming language. Orange++ just dropped. It's like Doritos orange, says Joe. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing about this color has ever been found in nature. Absolutely nothing about this color is anything that has ever been found in nature. Ooh, Cass is talking about a book here you should read. I've dropped it in Discord. Ooh, what is it? I'm gonna have a look really quickly. Because you've piqued my curiosity, Cassa. I can't open... Oh my god! Yes, I need to read this book. It's Enid Blyton's 5 Go Gluten Free. Thank you. I love it. Hey, Cranky, welcome in. Delicious, but I'm sure I'll need new internal organs. But great news, Mesh. You're in Europe. You have access to healthcare that will be able to help you with that. So, you know, like, you're gonna be okay. I just realized that I haven't painted in Terry's hands. His poor hands are just uncolored. Let me make Terry's hands green, and then potentially, after a quick break, we'll color in everything else. Anyways, again, I really wanted to do like a low stakes artwork for today because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get much done. Because I'm tired. I did so many paintings in May. I need a little time to rest and decompress, and probably I have still been doing sketches. I will show you a sketch that I did while I was away over the weekend. Mesh says, oh, I thought you were going to say, great news, you're in Europe. You have access to a black market of organs. I wouldn't know anything about that, Mesh. Why would I know anything about that? I wouldn't know anything about that. Just to be clear. I'm sure I'll be fine, says Mesh. I'm sure you will be too. If you haven't had like intense stomach cramps and major digestive disruptions at this point, it's probably just passed like uneventfully. And this is the perfect transition to Sammy's Crime Corner, which is great because we're just in time for a BRB. I'm sorry, ads have to run. I'll be back in a minute. enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime. And, yeah, I'm gonna BRB. Hello, friends, I'm back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around, if you've stuck around. If you haven't stuck around, fair enough. I don't like ads either. Hi. Welcome back, friends. I hope that you had a nice BRB, and it's nice to be back, and it's nice to see you all again. Hello. Now, let me catch up with chat if I can. My beautiful moderator slash spouse Twitch user Sludge Callier is here, or was here, is on the bus, so probably has a very spotty signal, but if you are here, sunshine, I love you, my dear, and I hope you have a pleasant journey home. Anyways, let me catch up with chat. There was an allegation of Sammy's crime corner. I have insist on in no uncertain terms that crimes are not happening and crimes do not happen. I am a legal abiding person, I swear. Mesh says, Illy Sammy, you're funny as heck. Illy too, my friend. Indeed. I swear I didn't schedule the ad break to get out of the crime corner. It was already running. As you do. It just does its thing. And unfortunately, I have to run ads on stream. They either run before you come into stream or they run on a schedule. I cannot change this. My moderator slash spouse wants to know why I'm in Crime Corner and what I've done. I said, absolutely nothing, my dear. I am but a plain and simple painter. Which is true! Anyways, rumors of a black market organs are greatly exaggerated. Greatly exaggerated. That's not the black market, that's just eBay. Listen, the only thing I've bought on eBay in the last, like, several years is, like, this guy and a couple of mini Squishmallows, okay? And, like, she is beautiful. She was worth it. She is a beautiful vintage queen, okay? And I love her so much. Anyways, be gay, do crime, says Joe. Them's the rules. Hell yeah. That is a message that Terry can get behind. For sure, for sure. Very, very Snufkin coded as well. I was actually thinking, what's my most relatable character from the Moomins? I used to think that it was maybe like a certain amount of... I don't know if Snufkin's my relatable particularly. I think my relatable is probably the Groke. You know, gives off a vaguely, like... discomforting energy that's off-putting to a lot of people, but is actually just misunderstood. I don't know how the light sensitivity factors in, but I have that anyways. Mesh says, Mr. Sammy, so knowledgeable. Can we have a Sammy x Mr. Sammy moderator slash spouse crime corner segment? Sledge says, my crimes have yet to be discovered and would not be appropriate for a gentle stream like this. No comment. Are you Jack the Ripper, Mr. Sammy? I'm pretty sure that, like, unless he's like some sort of immortal vampire space thingy, Jack the Ripper is probably did. Cause he did the ripping a really long time ago. Anyways, a gang of plants, hello, welcome in. I just got Labubu's on eBay. Lol, pray for me. I hope that your Labubus are good. I hope you enjoy your Labubus. I am familiar with the phenomenon of Labubu. I hope that you enjoy them. Also, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. My most relatable character is the prawn father, and he's just a prawn eating pasta and being Italian. I mean, that's relatable. That's extremely relatable. Given the state of my posture at the moment, I relate to that as well. No, Sledge! Hold on. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what, a gang of plants means by Labubu, let me find you a picture. At least I assume it's these little guys. I think if you... This is like... The Labubu creature is like taking little guy to a certain logical extension, I would say. Is how I would describe Labubu. I think that they're very cute, and I like their energy, and I am not giving in to... to owning any, because I have enough things in my house but I do like their energy. They're based off of the word of all the where wild things are monsters. I can totally see that. That makes sense. Aw, delightful. Anyways, what was I gonna say? That reminds me of the story of the Where the Wild Things Are author Maurice Sendak once got a fan letter from a small child, and he wrote back and sent a little drawing along with his reply, and got another reply from the child's mother. This kid was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 at the time. Says, "Thank you so much for your thoughtful reply. My son liked your drawing so much that he ate it." It's just... Surely that is the highest praise as a children's author that you can receive. Oh my god. Oh no, Gangplant says, "Honey, I'm literally moving and I ordered the whole macaron set. I also don't need things." Oh, mood, yep. Cuteness aggression 1. Sometimes it really does. I mean, like likewise, one of the 2 most recent things that I purchased on eBay, in fact, the 2 things that I purchased on eBay in the last, like, gazillion years, was this vintage Jersey cow creamer and a couple of mini Squishmallows. So, I understand. And that, I must absorb the art, says Katza. Mm-hmm. And that child grew up to be Crack Bandicoot. Oh no. That poor child. So cursed. Oh no. Anyways. Ha. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, I wanted to show you a sketch that I did this weekend. I did a little sketchy this weekend, because obviously anywhere that I go, art supplies come with me, and 98% of the time I do not do anything with those art supplies. But somehow this weekend, I actually managed to sit in a hotel room, watch some Nigel Slater cooking shows, eat a gluten-free donut, and do a little sketchy-do. Sledge says, "My last eBay order was 5 pairs of legs and some heads." Constructing some real interestingly shaped people there. Slut. What if... for some reason, this is giving me the... I'm imagining, like, what if biblically accurate angel, but instead of just a whole bunch of eyes, it's just, like, a head with, like, 5 pairs of legs sticking out of it. I don't know why that's the mental image that happened, but that's the mental image that happened. And Sledge, that's horrifying, and I hate it. It gets around just by the legs just kind of, like, roll. They're just arranged sort of circularly. I'm imagining the thing that... the thing from Toy Story that has the baby head and robot legs as Gangplants. Yes, oh my god. Horrifying. I hate it. Leaky has an emote that looks exactly like that. Oh my god. I love that. I love that so much. Lino says, "I was in the process of typing out biblically accurate Warhammer model." I mean, we have enough of, like, these things that I'm sure if Sledge wanted to assemble a biblically accurate Warhammer from a bunch of just bash a bunch of bits together, like, he could do it. I don't think he should, but he could. So there you have it. I'm gonna be back in just a second. Hopefully the thing that I'm looking for is where I think it is. One moment, please. Right. It's 5 pairs of legs and 5 heads, and some pauldrons and backpacks, but still missing some important human parts. But, I mean, you could do that. Legs are always the thing that you're short of on Warhammer sprues, so it tracks. Well, to be fair, some people don't have legs. So that's just an actual fact of the world. But here's the sketch that I did while I was away on the weekend. Literally just a kiwi bird going on some adventures. Hello. Get a load of this, friend. They've got their magic adventures. The Kiwizard. Key Wizard. Yes, thank you, Tal's perfect. But yeah, just a little adventuring kiwi bird with all of the adventure supplies they need. A sword, which they probably shouldn't be holding in their beak, but I honestly don't know how else they'd hold it. They should probably also be holding it by the handle, as pointed out by my moderator / spouse, but they shouldn't really be holding a sword at all. They don't really have arms. I think they have super tiny wings technically, but like they're very small. Anyways, Yana Bamanar says cute. Thank you. They've got their little scrolls. They've got some little magic potion here, and the most important thing, they've got their adventurer's hat. That's not how you hold a sword. Maybe if it is. Oh, excuse me. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Maybe it is if you're a kiwi bird. So there. My cat came around the corner with a butter knife, but what? Thank you for the blesses, everyone. A gang of plants says my cat came around the corner with a butter knife between his teeth so he would disagree. That is amazing. Truly. Throws over a packet of tissues. Thank you. I'm just gonna, just 1 second. That's better. Okay, thank you. Anyways. I need to figure out colors for this little guy's outfit. I think I'm gonna go for just a simple indigo trouser. And save most of the very vibrant hues, I think, for the actual, like, flag. He's a Maine Coon, says a gang of plants, so he's 23 pounds of massive cat, very menacing sight. Oh, I love him already. He sounds lovely. That's delightful. But also, if I saw a 23-pound cat coming at me with a knife, I would run. Partially because I'm a cowardly little baby who definitely could not hold up in a fight. Despite the fact that I nominally have a fairly high-ranking martial arts belt in karate. But, I also received that when I was, like, an adolescent, and I'm over 40. And, I stopped doing it shortly thereafter, so don't ask me to remember how to do any of that stuff. Because I don't know. Maine Coon with a knife is big threatening energy, says Lino. Yeah, butter knife just means it'd hurt more. Oh no! Like, you're right, and I hate that. Oh no! Okay. Anyways. I'm picking up some of this, like, patina sort of color. Because I think that's nice and chill. We're using a lot of sort of, like, green and blue adjacent colors for Terry today. Because I think, I don't know, that sort of color scheme is quite relaxing and chill, and I would personally like a nice, chill Pride Month where everyone feels loved and we support our queer friends and family, and we support queer artists rather than buying, like, super shitty Pride merch from corporations who don't actually care about queer people. I'm not from America. I haven't been to America in many years, but I've seen Target. Target's absolutely pathetic Pride collection for this year is so sad. It's like, it's not even rainbow. It's like, here's a beige sweatshirt and there's vaguely rainbow stripes on the little, like, hoodie string that you can't see, and it says Pride in tiny imperceptible letters on it. Wow. Pathetic. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I retweeted into my Blue Sky feed the other day a thread of queer artists who have art for sale. So if you're looking for, like, Pride merch and you want to spend money from people who are actually queer artists, hi, you can do that. Also me, I do have some rainbowy pride stuff in my shop as well, and I am also several of the letters in the queer alphabet, so yes. Anyways, I imagine U.S. corporations are going to be real fucking quiet about pride this year, says Lino, if they do anything. Fuck corporate pride. I wholeheartedly agree. Exclamation mark language for me for reading that out, but I feel justified because you are entirely correct. I remember the last time I went to London Pride, which I think was in like 2018, 2019, somewhere around then. It was just like, I was really struck by how the only other pride parades that I'd been to, because this is my first and only time going to London Pride, the only other pride parades that I've been to were like smaller city ones where it is just legit like a bunch of people, you know, like waving flags and walking around the town. And the vibe of London Pride was so different because it was like, you know, here's just a bunch of police cops waving rainbow flags. Here's like, I don't know, gay Tories celebrate pride. Such and such bank supports its, you know, and like, I'm sure some of these corporations are absolutely, you know, do have good like inclusivity initiatives, and some of them genuinely do care about, you know, like this kind of thing, and you know, like pride rights and stuff. But it just felt really weird being like, yay, look, it's Waitrose. Nice to see you, Lloyd's Bank. It was very strange to me. My moderator / spouse is home. I'm gonna quickly go say hi to him. I'll be back in a second, everybody. Hi, baby. Hi. Are you okay? What's up? Yeah. So I can see. You got a bag of croutons. You got some. Ooh, turkey slices. Yum. Cucumber. Yum. Garlic granules. Yay!
You know what isn't in that bag? Birthday cards.
Shet.
Yes. Shet indeed.
Well, can we get some tomorrow's?
I have to.
Okay. Can I put these down so I can give you a hug? You can welcome home. Welcome home, sunshine. Did you have an okay day?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're home, though.
What happened?
Yeah, it's alright. Lots to do. And, you know, application system fuck-ups. Well, I think it was user error this time, not me, the applicants. But, give me a kiss. I'm gonna go stream. I love you.
Love you, Joe.
Okay, I have been informed I have to come back and do my job. So hi, kissing break, says Joe. How did you know? Did you hear us? Also, hello, I'm back. The hellos from chat, sweetheart. Lido says hi. Casa says hi. Joe has accused us of kissing. Just so you know. Never do your job, says Cranky. But this is my job. I like this job.
Loud make-out noises. Hello, everybody.
Sweetheart.
Mm-mm.
I love you.
Love you.
Yay! Anyways. Yay! Oh, shoot, I'm all flustered now. Cassie says, ew! Our parents are kissing! Oh my god, so gross, right? I'm sorry. I was gonna say it'll never happen again, but I can't promise that. I can't promise that. I'm married to that person because I love them. So yeah, sometimes there be smorches. I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm trying to manufacture some manner of brown, which is not easy to do out of these colors, I find. I've probably gone about it in entirely the wrong way as well. If you find a little bit of this, I'm just basically mixing together every color until it's brown. My color theory is incredibly precise. What if I add a little bit of, nah, it's grayish. Okay, if I add a little bit of this to that, that's just completely eaten all of the other colors, and now it's just orange again. Jeez. That's too much of the, oh man. Okay, hold up. Okay, that's close. If I warm that up slightly. That's too reddish of a brown. Jeez. Okay. That's too coolish of a brown. Heck. Shoot. Anyways, I say that like you're not just 5 years older. Yeah, I'm not the parent of this stream. At best, I'm an unhinged camp counselor who should not be allowed to supervise anyone. Okay, I think I've arrived at an acceptable brown. Let's find out. Yeah! Stick color. Literally all I wanted was stick color. And I have achieved it, so hooray. Anyways. We now have a colored stick. Who is the parent? Lino? I don't know. No! No! Because they're... Actually, I'm not sure. Are they younger than me? I think they might be younger than me. Oh, fuck, I hope not. Yeah, they don't want that. They don't want that. Don't impose that on them. Anyways. Listen, we don't need to be supervised by parents. We're all adults here. This is an adult stream for grown-ups. That's the point. I'm taking it as read that if you're here, you are an adult, so... Parental supervision is not required. Some kind of supervision is perhaps recommended, but just slightly younger. Yes, exactly. So they can't be the parent because I'm older than them. So there. Anywho, I'm just gonna use like paint water shade color to create a vague semblance of undyed linen tunic color. Because that's my favorite color of Terry shirt. And I think that's the kind of shirt that he would like to wear the most. Oh, pretzels. I've just realized he's wearing a little leather belt. That needs to be brown too. That needs to be a darker brown than the stick. Ah, flaps. Can I just cheat and find a brown that I have in a different palette? I don't normally like to do that, but actually, if I just steal the brown from the palette I brought over that is the Prang palette, I'm just going to use that. It's the same type of paint, so they should get along with each other. Hi, baby. Thank you? Thank you! I love you! Apparently I have some surprises to look forward to after stream. I am excited. Should I be excited or trepidatious? Is trepidatious a word? And if it's not, why isn't it a word? It's a good word. Apparently it's entirely up to me. According to my moderator / spouse. Well, I do declare, then, trepidatious is a word, and I like it. I will not be filling in for... Oh yeah, of course, the dad of this stream, the parent of this stream, is, of course, Grab Daddy. It's Grab Daddy. Anyways. Trepidatious is a great word, says Joe. If it wasn't already a word, it's a word now. I'm gonna insert it into a novel. I'm gonna write a novel, and I'm going to include the word trepidatious, and just see whether or not like the editor calls me up on it and be's like, actually, trepidatious is not a word. It is a word. It is a word, says Joe. Hell yeah. Feeling trepidation, apprehensive. Why don't you hear that word more often? It's a flipping good word. It's such a good word. I love this word. It's so useful. I don't know. Maybe my vocabulary is just too much. I have in the past worried slightly that people think that like, cause I don't know, there are two linguistic modes of Twitch user Sammy Kelch. There is I know the words that I'm using are not words, but I'm going to use them anyways. I forget what words are real words. I forget words a lot, so things just, things are just called the doodad, or the doodah, or, you know, the dingly do, I don't know, a lot. And then also just, you know, I can't say fingers. I can't say fingers. They're just fingies to me now. What are we having for dinner? We're having fish fingies. Why do I talk like this? I don't know. But I do. And I probably sound really silly to anyone who doesn't know me very well. And then on the other hand, I tend to use a lot of big vocabulary words. And sometimes I worry that people think that I'm doing it as a means of, like, I don't know, like it's a pretentious affectation or something like that. And I swear to you, it is not a pretentious affectation. I'm just like that. Probably tism related. Anyways. And personally, I think that's incredibly sexy of me. Anywho, if your editor uses actually fire your editor. Thank you, Lina. Thank you. I've been quite lucky with editors over the years. I've also had editors that I absolutely clashed with about things over the years. It's like, okay, please put a little trust in my, like, I don't want to say mastery of English usage, because that really makes me sound like I think more of myself than I do or should. But please put a little trust in the fact that if I'm using something in a very, like, egregiously incorrect way, think about whether or not I've done that for deliberate literary effect, or whether or not I just effed it up. For instance, I'm just reminded of what, I can't remember what it was. I think it's like a sci-fi novelization, a Star Wars or a Star Trek, I'm not sure. But it was something like the spaceship escaped the planet's gravity well, was the sentence. And in that's what the author wrote. And it was edited by the editors in the final published form to... How did it go? They didn't change well, but they reworded it such that... I can't remember the exact sentence structure, but they changed it to basically so that it sounded like instead of they escaped the gravity well, it was like they did a good job of escaping the planet's gravity. And it was like, no. 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 Not as bad as the RPG guide once that decided halfway through, at some point I assume through the writing of it, that they wanted to use wizard instead of mage, and just found and replaced everywhere that mage appeared into wizard. So words like damage became da wizard. And that was published. But yeah, it's basically the spaceship did a good job of escaping the planet's gravity instead of the spaceship escaped the planet's gravity well. No! Tal says, I love the wizard story. It's so stupid. Oh yeah, and I wizard instead of image because it's mage. I just... Linus is Apple's new magic phone. I wizard. Oh. Yeah, anyways. Right. Now then. Where was I? Just completely losing my marbles, apparently. But yeah, there is... I do have genuine terror of, like, my work being passed to an editor who just is just like paint by numbersing it and fails to recognize when it's like, okay, no, this is you know, like things like gravity well and that kind of thing. Or, you know, also someone who just has like a personal agenda against semicolons. I love a semicolon. I think a semicolon is a very important and valid and useful piece of punctuation. I think once you understand, I don't think it's difficult to use as long as you understand its usage. And its usage is not difficult. It's not that difficult to teach. But when I was at university, I had a tutor who was like, no one understands how to use semicolons, so just don't use them. That was his advice about how to write. Was just like, no one knows how to use a semicolon, so don't. And I just thought, like, I feel like, okay, so what I'm getting from this, bro, is that you don't know how to do your job. Because what you're saying when you say no one knows how to use a semicolon is what you're saying is, like, you don't know how to teach people how to use a semicolon. Am I interpreting that right, buddy? Am I getting that correctly? Because that's certainly how that feels. I don't know. Is that mean of me? Is that unfair of me? I did think that it was unfair to the students who were not being taught how to do a thing that could conceivably be, you know, useful for them going forward in their education. But, you know, go off, I guess, bro. Whatever. I wonder why no one knows how to use them when the people aren't teaching, when the people who are teaching don't use them. Huh, yeah, exactly, Lino. It is impossible to learn things. Says Tal's jotting that down. Oh dear. Basically, yeah, I was deeply unimpressed. I was later deeply unimpressed with this tutor because I was it was a first year course, but I was in my second or third year when I was taking it because I did a lot of things out of order and I was a weird sort of part-time older student. The ancient magic that is the semicolon. Oh, I know. It's the deep knowledge of the semicolon has been lost to the ages, and you definitely can't very easily look up how to use a semicolon. Annoying. Anyways. But that was a very, very long time ago. That was way back in the early 2000s because I'm elderly. Anyways, but yeah, so hello, and I need to try and figure. Okay, so you know the pride flag that has like the little sort of triangular bit with stripes. I feel like it'd be weird to put the triangle on this end. I feel like it wants to go on this end, but normally you see it depicted on this end. Is it gonna look weird if I put it over here? I just feel like it should be close to like the pole that's holding up the flag, but it's going this way instead of that way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't know. Feel free to weigh in before I sketch in where the little triangle needs to go. Feels like it should be by the pole, says Tals. Okay, awesome. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you for the confirmation of my my feels. It's okay. I'm also ancient, says Casa. I feel like there's a few of us here, and I appreciate that. But I'm going to take a sip of my lemon ginger tea real quick, if that's okay. Flags are two-sided, so if you're seeing them from the back side, the flag will be on the right. Thank you, Lido. Thank you. I mean, also, that totally makes sense. It's just the way that it always shows up online, I guess. And this is probably going to get posted online, so anyways. Also ancient, says Joe. Yay! We're not ancient, we're just extra cool. Because I was talking about back when I was at university, which was the 2000s. Anyways. And I was an older student, no less. Anywho. Right. My moderator / spouse has just yelled from the other room, "You're all children." Sweetheart, you're married to this one. What does that make you? Questionable decision maker, apparently. Well, happy bribe, says Roll. Oh, happy bribe to you too. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you, and welcome. I'm just drawing a little. It's a somewhat elongated triangle here. I've elongated it slightly because this is such a long pride flag. I want it to not just be like a teeny tiny blip over in the corner, right? So I've given it a bit of a slightly more what's the word I'm looking for? Triangle where two of the ones are long and one of the ones is short. You know, I haven't done triangle class since like the 90s, in fact. So there you go. I was at that. I was born before 1990. So was I. So was I. Anyways. Right. Now then. Now I get to paint in pride flag. Yay. Okay, I have to try and make sure that there's enough space for all of the colors. I hope I can do. I don't know if I want to like draw them all out, but if there's the maths is hard. Math is hard. Isosceles, the great Greek hero, says tells. Yes, thank you. An isosceles triangle. Good. Good. Okay, I think I'm going to go from this side. So if I do, I am just going to mark these in, I think, because otherwise I'm going to screw it up. Did I make you too large? Ah, shoot. I did it wrong. I did it. These stripes are confuzzing. Okay, I'm just going to go again. Cuz actually, it doesn't go quite like that. It goes more like this. Which actually gives me a little bit more space to play with, I think. There. Okay, like that. Okay. Better. Anyways, yeah. Okay, now we're giving our comparative ages in the year 2000. I only know the German word for it. It's, yeah, it's fine. Inside every old person is a young person wondering what the fuck has just happened. That is a mood. That is absolutely a mood. I've lived more in this century than the previous, says Joe. Me too, actually. Me too. I had to do some mental maths there. Because, as we all know, the 90s was 5 years ago. Okay, so is it weird that like I'm very aware of what year it is and all that jazz, but the 90s was 5 years ago. I'm sorry, like I don't make the rules. So black, brown stripe, and then blue, and then pink. That's very uneven. Oh no, these are getting more uneven as I go. And then white stripe. And then yellow and purple. Okay. All right. I've lived more in the last century, so again, y'all children, says Sledge. Okay. Well, don't let's fight. Long-sided triangle. Did you mean that? Yes. I don't know what this triangle is anymore. It's a mess. Because I'm really bad at freehanding even stripes. But I think that'll do. Someone in my office was born the year I graduated high school, says Cassett. What was it that I experienced the other day that just turned me into like a desiccated corpse? Oh, yeah, there was someone that I saw at I don't know them personally, but they're like acquaintance of acquaintances that I have, and they were there with this gentleman, and I was like, oh, is that her like partner / husband? That's nice. He seems like a nice fellow. It's nice that he came along to this, even though this isn't like his thing. And then I found out subsequently that was their dad, and I'm like, oh, that's a whole adult person, and that dad looks to be my age. Well, I feel so elderly now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Heck. And indeed, heck. Okay, I'm gonna get some stripes on this pride flag. Shall we get some colors onto this pride flag? I feel like we should. I'm actually going to bring back the Prang palette because I feel like this color, this pink and this blue are perfect for trans pink and blue. They're also, I think, incredibly pretty colors. And if there's one thing that I love, is that the trans pride flag gets such pretty colors. They're so pretty. I love them so much. It's what the trans community deserves. Beautiful colors. And honestly, to everyone who's weird, to just like leave them alone and stop being weird about it. Because like honestly, like what? I'm tired. Anyways, trans regs. Sen says, me at a cosplay catwalk competition. Oh, I've been cosplaying for 2 years. I'm 17 now. Sen says, me who's now cosplayed for over 17 years crumbles into dust. Yep. Casa says, I also work with someone who graduated uni the year I was born. And also people born after 2000 in my office. Yep. Mm-hmm. Anyone born after the year 2000, surely, is like a school child. Now, nominally, I can do the mental maths and understand that this isn't necessarily the case, but it's the case in my brain. Because it's gotta be. Because what is time? Lino says, I have a nephew who's now in his 20s, who I held when he was a few days old. And couldn't support his own head. It's weird. My nephew, my youngest nephew just entered his teens. I have nieces and nephews who are like university/finishing university, and I'm like, what? What is this? No, that is an 11-year-old child. What's happening? Trans rigs says sledge. Hell yeah, trans rigs. The sense is a kid who I gave English lessons and who I also carried around as a toddler is now legally an adult, and so is his younger brother. I hate time. It just makes no sense. Cassis says, I simultaneously have a niece at university and one in utero, so what is time? And if it's the same niece, that's very impressive. Yana Bamanara says, Uncle Albert says time is relative. Time is relative, and so are nieces. Right. I'm gonna do the trans pride colors first, because I'm gonna try and go from lightest to darkest on this, because I feel like that's gonna be the easy way to do it. So I'm gonna do this beautiful shade of pink, and hope that I get correctly which stripe wants to be pink. So there's white, and then this one is pink. Hope I'm doing that right. Hope I've done that right. I believe that is pink. Okay. Good. Wizard. Beautiful. That is such a heckin' pretty color. I love this palette. This palette's insane because it has, like, eye-wateringly bright orange, but the rest of the colors are all really, like, soft and mellow and beautiful, and then you just have, like, what is Prang? I don't know. Since my best friend's kid is somehow becoming a teenager, I still remember holding them when they were barely a month old. What is time? Huh. What is time? Yeah, I have these, like, nieces and nephews and stuff who are, like, getting weirdly old, and I'm still considering whether or not I'm ready to have my own family, so. What is time? I need more of it. Oh, no. Anyways. But enough about me. Here's Terry. And blue stripe comes after pink, of course. Or before pink, depending on which direction you're looking at the flag in. Being very careful and very deliberate here. Yay! I think these colors work super well for trans pride colors. I hope y'all agree. I think they work really well. And I hope I'm right. Linus says, can my siblings please stop producing children? I can't keep up anymore. I mean, the one thing is that's so many more birthday cards and gifts and stuff that you have to remember to do. But also, you know, a lot of lovely joy and stuff. My nibblings are now 6 and 2, says Joe. Oh, bless. Linus says, I too have more nephews on the way, and one who's, it turns out, not just in his 20s, he's 25. Wow! How? Cassis says the 11th is on the way for me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love being an auntie, by the way. I really do. I don't think, I always wanted to be like the cool auntie. I don't think I wanted that. But I am one. And that's something. Humverse, hello, and happy Pride to you too. Welcome in. Hello. Lovely to see you. Welcome in. Just lamenting the fact that time is linear at the moment. But how are you? How was your weekend? And happy Pride to you. I hope you're having a beautiful Pride month so far. I hope everyone's Pride month is good. I hope that it brings lots of joy and rest and love and all of the things. I hope it brings all of the things. I hope it brings all of the things. All of the good things, that is to say. Trying to make a lovely rich brown for our brown stripe on this flag, which is next. I think that's a nice Richard brown. There. A nice Richard brown stripe. Delightful. And I've just realized that I did not do, I haven't done intersex yellow yet, so I should do that before I do the black stripe, I think. For which I will just use this old blob of neutral tint that I've that I still have on my palette. So that'll do. I will use this nice yellow from my 1940s palette for intersex yellow. Maybe a little bit brighter. There we go. Nice! Yay! Is this palette a container lid? It works. Joe, you'll be delighted to know, this used to be a ricotta lid. Because indeed, I've always found that just using, when I first started painting, I would use the lid off of like a Yogi container or something, and I've just always kept doing it. And this ricotta lid has served me for like a couple of years. You know, it's I think mindfully repurposing something that would otherwise be recycled. So why would I not do that? Yes, let me catch up with chat real quick. Linus is objectively 11. This is too many. I'm winning, says Katza. Is it winning? I don't think there's a win scenario here. I don't think there's a win scenario here. It's all just neutral. It's all just fine. I use one for miniature painting as a wet palette. Yes, absolutely. These things, any sort of like takeaway or like the good yogurt lids you used to be able to get, great as wet palettes for mini painting as well. Which I haven't done in quite a while. I have a mini to paint. I have a couple of minis to paint. I have a mini that my moderator / spouse gave me for Christmas, and I haven't painted it yet, and I want to. I want to do it soon, because I think it'd be really fun. Anyways, the infamous cryptid, the ricotta lid. Sometimes you can still find them in the shops. Yes, I'm not doing that great. Oh, Beans, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Homeburst. I hope that things feel better, that the flashbacks stop flashing, and that you feel, you know, like safe and restful and okay. Ooh, but you are going to Seinayoki Pride next weekend with your partner. Ooh, I hope that you have a lovely time. I probably horribly butchered the name of that place, and I'm very sorry, but I hope you have a lovely time. Anyways, losing money certainly, says Cass in Mood. That's just being a person, in my experience. Yes. Gotta sit down and do that at one point, says Sen. Yeah, I'd love to do a mini painting stream at some point in the near future. This week I wanted to just be a little bit low stakes with the stream because I've done so many paintings over the last month that I just kind of needed to chill a bit. I thought this would be a nice thing to chill with. So, I'm going to take my teeny tiny till brush because I need a little bit more precision in detail for this bit. Namely, I'm gonna mix together a nice purple. The purpley color on this palette that I have is quite a pinky purple. So I'm hoping if I just add a butt ton of blue to it, I will arrive at a more appropriately, like, straight ahead intersex perp. Ooh! That's a really pretty intersex purple. The only thing that I'm thinking is that it is going to be sitting on top of yellow. So I'm wondering, do I need to, like, compensate for that? But I want to make sure that it's not going to turn out looking blue or pink. So I've picked up quite a lot of paint here, and hopefully it's a strong enough paint to just kind of do the thing on its own. Okay, circle time. Is it a perfect circle? No. But hopefully it gets the point across. I mean, I think that looks like the intersex triangle, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Now I have to do the rainbow, which is really long. So I'm terrified. Ha. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. Okay, alright. Alright. Okay. Do I maybe want to just very lightly mark out where, like, the middle of the banner is? I'm just, hopefully this won't show up in the final doodad. But I'm hoping this might, I don't want to necessarily outline every single stripe. I don't think I should need to. But if I do this, hopefully that's enough to kind of give a bit of a guideline as to how thick all of the stripes need to be. And I think I'm actually gonna, I don't know if this is weird, but I think I'm actually gonna start with yellow. Partially because it's the lightest color, and if I go a little bit thick and I end up having to, like, cover some of it up with orange, I think that's probably gonna be the easiest way to do it. I want a slightly different yellow to this. And I'm not quite sure how to go about it. Apart from just stealing it from another palette, which I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to do, but I think I might have to do that. So I will try doing that. But, yeah. I'm sorry if my energy is tired at this point. As I mentioned, I had a very uncharacteristically eventful weekend this weekend. It was it was a whirlwind, shall we say, of activity for me. Of running around and not even having enough time to get all the things done that I thought I was going to be able to do this weekend. I was going to take myself to a fancy perfume shop and maybe buy myself a fancy perfume for my birthday. Didn't have time to do that. Did not have time to do that. Just skipped that altogether. Yana Bamanara says, gotta head out, have fun, and good luck with the painting. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was lovely to see you. Thank you again for following, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And a laters to you. Just had a nice sip of my tea. I need to grab another paint because I need a different yellow. Heck. I'm just going to steal it from these color sheets. It's a different paint palette set, but I think it's going to be the best shot of getting a good, like, fairly straightforward yellow. Oh yeah, that's a fairly straightforward yellow. That'll do. Pretty nicely. I don't use these color sheets a lot. I don't know. They don't really agree with me very well. They are incredibly vibrant, though. Incredibly vibrant colors, which can be very, very useful. But I'm not super good at using them. I don't know why. But hopefully this'll do. Okay. That is indeed a very, it's like almost highlighter yellow, but I think that works for us here. I think that doth work for us here. I don't want to make the stripe too thin either, because it should take up about a third of this half of the painting. So is that enough of it? I think 'tis just about. I think I'm realizing that this banner is not a uniform thickness all the way across. And you know, we're just gonna not worry about that. We're just gonna not worry about that at all. Homefirst, thank you very much for the 3-stream steak. I hope you enjoy your delicious, delicious steak. I hope you like it. We are about to run into a little BRB break, so I will come back and do the remaining colors when we are back from BRB. I hope that y'all have a nice BRB in the meantime, and I will see you very, very shortly to do the remains of the rainbow and to chit-chat about this, that, and the other, I guess. So please enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime. Have a drink, have a stretch, do all that jazz. I will be back very, very shortly, and you're not going to miss anything, because it's just going to be this. So, a BRB, everybody. See you shortly. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Hello. I hope you had a nice BRB screen time. I'm back now. Hi. What were we doing? We were doing rainbows and stripies and colors and stuff. So let's keep doing that. I'm going to put these color sheets away because I think I can get all of the other colors of the rainbow from here. We've got our red and blue and green and orange. And the perp is a little bit pink for a purple, but I think I can make it work. Don't let's worry about that. That's fine. Okay. If I just mix a little bit blue into it like I did for the intersex stripe, should be fine. Anyways, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I hope y'all had a nice little break. I did. Deliciousness. Anywho, I completely forget what we were talking about. I'm sure we were talking about something, but I don't know what it was. But never mind. It's good to be back. I guess. Okay. Picking up some orangey to make a stripe that's orangey. Orangey. Let's go. I just realized I haven't actually done the black stripe in the triangular segment yet. I'll have to do that. It makes sense to do that last, actually, because, well, it's the darkest color of all of the stripes that we got to do, so it stands to reason that we should save that one for last. Okay. I'm not super bothered if the stripes aren't like perfectly smooth. Because life isn't perfectly smooth. Listen, this is, you know, this is not corporate pride. This is queer as an FU. So that feels okay to me. Okay. I think I'm happy with that orange stripe. Again, are these perfectly uniform? No. Do I care? Also, no. It's fine. And again, I am not streaming art on Thursday. I'm going to be playing Fields of Mystria. Hope that's okay. I have really been looking forward to streaming it again. I had a really good time streaming it the first time that I stram the stream I stram of it the first time. I know that the past of stream is streamed, but it just feels like it should be stram. The stream I stram of it was really, really fun, and I want to do it again. I do have an offline save that I've played quite a bit of off stream, because waiting like over a month between playing the game was just not gonna happen, and I knew I wasn't gonna have time to stream it during May, so Here we are. Okay. Red stripe. Anyways, red stripes. But yes. What's everyone up to this week? Are you doing anything exciting and fun? Are you enjoying any rainbows? Are you going to prides? I know there's at least one person who's going to a pride. I'm not going to any prides, I don't think. I stram a stream. I stram a stream in time gone by. Thank you, Tals. That's amazing. That is exactly what... that is exactly why it should be stram. It should be the past of stream. The stream I stram. Anyways. Okay. Picking up some green and hoping that... Does this side look slightly thicker than the other side? I don't know. I think it maybe does. This is a very uneven... This is a very uneven set of stripes, but I'm really bad at getting all of the stripes perfectly even. Hi, sunshine. Hi, sunshine. These are quite uneven stripes, but never mind. I don't think I'm going to have time to finish all of the line weight for this today. So we might just do the stripes, and then I might call it there, because I do need to get dinner doing when we're done here. But I'm definitely going to be doing some more silly, peaceful, gentle, queer artworks for Pride Month. Earlier today, my brain was like Pride Moth for Pride Month, so there's probably going to be some Mothmen going on some sort of Pride-related date to be painted this month. Also, I've got post-Hollow Knight Art Month art block a little bit, and my solution to art block is, of course, putting my Blorbos in situations, so please expect that there will be some Blorbos placed in situations. My current Blorbos are very Star Trek-y. But also in one case, like, Mothsmen. That is really hard to say, Lino, but yes, Mothsmen. We love the Mothmen here. And the Mothmen love each other, and they like going on dates, and it's really cute, and love that for them. But yeah, I want to paint my Blorbos into situations. The situations being, like, having a nice time, and loving each other, and other sort of, like, just disgustingly wholesome things. But I also don't know how much y'all want to see Blorbo content, because right now I just really want to make dumb Star Trek fan art, and I don't necessarily want to impose that upon stream, because I just got through a month of doing fairly niche fan art, and I don't know if y'all want to see me painting just some little goobers who just today I described two characters from Star Trek Deep Space Nine as, what if Frog and Toad, but their respective bits of the whatever, like, forest they live in are at war. Which is a vibe. That's a vibe, right? Will there be a bookshelf? About 15% probability. Do you, Lino, my friend, my dear friend, do you really think that I would be able to get through this entire month and not have there be somewhere herein a bookshelf? Like, there's gonna be. I can't not. Like a moth to a flame, such is me to painting bookshelves. It's an inevitability. Sometimes despite myself. If anyone is new here, just please know that I have spent an inordinate amount of time on this stream painting various bookshelves, libraries, bookshops, studies, all manner of such things. And will undoubtedly continue to do so into the future. Because I can't help myself, and I have a problem. But at least I'm brave enough to admit it. Anyways. Okay. Perp is almost done. And then I'll get the black stripe in, and then we'll probably find someone to raid. Is this a slightly shorter stream? This might be a slightly shorter stream today, but I have to make dinner, and oh, I meant in any given painting. Yes, also true. Lineup, also true. Maybe should I just stack some bookshelves in the back of this piece? Like I wasn't gonna, but what if I did? Like what if? Moth Librarian Wen says that. Oh my gosh! What? Oh! The Mothman visit a queer bookshop. The Mothman visit a queer bookshop. That's gonna be my pride moth piece. Maybe is the Mothman visiting a queer bookshop. No. Picking up a couple of nice novels. Maybe I've written one or two of them. Who knows? And maybe some pronoun pins as well. Oh, that was a really nice thing that happened. There was someone at the gig that I went to over the weekend who had brought just a whole bunch of pronoun pins and was giving out pronoun pins. So I got a new I have pronoun pin, but I now have another pronoun pin. And I love it very much. So, yeah, that was really sweet. I don't know where that person is online, but I might pop a little shout out to them on my Blue Sky, and if they're on Blue Sky, maybe they'll find it and be like, "That was me," because that was a really sweet thing of them to do. Anyways, I love having my pronouns known. It feels good. Anyways, but yeah. There aren't always bookshelves in a painting, but the possibility of them just appearing is never 0%, says Sen. You're so right. You are so right. Oh my gosh. I bought myself a pronoun pin at the anime convention in the artist alley from a German artist I like, who makes magnificent pins. Sweet! I would love to see a picture. Ooh, that reminds me, Firefox is missing my pronoun extension for Twitch. I love the pronoun extension. It's so good. I wish I could see the pronoun extension in my streaming software. I actually have to go to, like, Twitch browser view to see the pronouns, which feels very silly. But I do. But yeah, this isn't quite done, but I think I need to call it early today. I hope that's okay. I've had a nice time hanging out with y'all regardless. And I will be back on Thursday playing video game. And I hope you have the next couple of Pride Month days in the meantime. Does that make sense? Right? Yes. Yes? No. Yes? Yes. No. Yes. Anyways, gonna see if there's someone I can raid and run you into. Okay, yeah. Hold up. Have I just rated them? Let me have a look. I hope some folks are looking forward to seeing me do some silliness in thingy in the next fairly soon. You know, thingy. Yeah, I just noticed they're not showing up right now. Beans. Beans, are mine showing up? I don't know. It won't let me scroll. Where bees my I'm not sure I'm seeing pronouns either. Maybe it's broken. We'll have to examine later. Oh no, Sammy, it's back. I mean, that's nice. It's nice to see you, but I'm also just about to finish. So you can join us for the raid. Okay, Joe can see them. I need to have a look at my extension too, because I'm not seeing them, which is weird. Anyways, sorry we're raiding out a little bit early, but so it goes today. But the lovely Sab, aka Perrin, is doing some artworks. And they're super stinking pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna start the raid. The raid has begun. I have to raid and run. But I will pop generic raid message in the chat. With some emotes. I think it's Pride Month, so I feel like the Pride Kraken emote is the most appropriate choice. And sorry I'm taken off, but thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been nice hanging out with y'all. If you have the emotes, feel free to grab the message with the emotes. If you don't have the emotes, you can just say generic raid message and or append any cool emotes that you do happen to have. It is all good. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I've had a really nice time. And thank you to Fox and Sammy Ann and Jam for the raids as well. Very much appreciated. Y'all are breathtaking. And thank you. And I hope also to see y'all again very, very soon. Hi, Samantha. I'm sorry I'm about to leave, but I will be back on Thursday. So thank you for hanging out. Terry loves you all. And happy Pride Month, everybody. I'm looking forward to doing all kinds of really cool gay stuff this month. I mean, I do that every month of the year, but still. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along on the raid, if you are. And yeah, thanks for everything, y'all. I'll see you again very soon. Good night and